Hello, everyone. Thanks for stopping through. This is the My Reader Moment. This is the backup channel to the My Reader Minutes. Check me out over there. If you have a love for reality shows, celebrity news, or just everyday trending topics, you can meet me over there. I do post over here at times just to keep this channel active, but that is my main channel, the My Reader Minutes. But again, thank you for stopping by or stumbling across the My Reader Moment. Let's get into it. What are we going to talk about today? Let's check it out. Okay, so Tasha K. Tasha K, she inks a deal with Wendy Williams Radio and TV syndicator. Oceanic Trade Winds. She says, I'm genuinely happy to be partnering with a company I've admired since I've come into this business, Tasha K said. Rick Party first spotted me on YouTube back in 2017 and took me to Gary, who I met 3 years ago. So this was truly been a deal in the works for about 3 years. If it wasn't for Rick, I wouldn't have met or become part of this incredible team. Now I'm working closely with Gary and Rick, and they're implementing a strong Salesforce team behind me and the brand that my team and I built over the last 14 years. This is just the beginning. She goes, Gary Bernstein, founder and president of Ocean Trade Winds. They say working with Tasha reminds me of when I worked with Wendy and syndicated her. That same star power, that same connection to people. We're moving aggressively to syndicate Tasha nationally and globally. She brings reach, loyalty, and commerce backed by platforms generating between 150 to 200 million views per month across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Is it Bijo? I don't know, and more. All anchored by one of the most loyal fan bases in entertainment, the Winos. They don't just watch, they show up, they support, they convert. That kind of engagement and advertisers spend years trying to manufacture. Legendary executive producer and voiceover icon Rick Party added, when I saw Tasha K on YouTube years ago, I knew she had the it factor. She reminded me of Petey Green, unapologetically black, fearless, raw, and connected to the people with that same conversation starting energy Wendy Williams brought to media. Love her or hate her, people watch, people react, people talk. That's the Tasha K star power. Well, you gotta admit, Tasha don't care. I mean, if she has a story and she has the goods on you, she will bring somebody else in and tell it versus her telling it. I think she learned a lot from being sued by Cardi B. But that didn't slow her down. Even this lawsuit that she's been dodging to pay, she's given Cardi some money, but evidently she hasn't finished paying all of it. But if she has the goods on you, even if she thinks it's the goods on you, because I'm not saying that everything that she brings or presents to the public is true. I don't know because I ain't there. But if she has something, I know she has a website, Tasha K Live. I've always said that I wanted to subscribe to it, but I don't know if I want to do or be stuck in a $12 or $14, whatever it is, monthly premium for the rest of my life, because they say what the rumor is on the street that once you subscribe, that it's hard for you to cancel it. So I don't need that. I don't need that at all. If I don't want to deal with it, if I don't want to listen to it, I ain't dealing. So no. But yeah. Congratulations to Tasha K. Now I don't know what this does with the lawsuit with Cardi B. I don't know if it's affected because her money is well, I don't know if they were really going after Tasha K Live anyway. I think they were just going after her YouTube funds. I don't know. I guess they were going after her funds, period. But now that she has her money tied up with this group, I'm not sure what the deal is on that. Y'all let me know in the comments how that's affected, if it's affected at all, if y'all know. Moving on, let's see what's next. Lord. Oh, heck no. Roller coaster ride left Oh, hanging nearly 100 feet. Okay. Now, I like roller coasters, but ain't nobody putting me on nothing like this. See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so this says they left them people hanging nearly 100 feet in the air after the ride suddenly malfunctions. No, no, no. No, 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 no. I don't care. How long were they up there? Says neighbors, get into this. A group of students got way more excitement than they bargained for after a roller coaster at the Texas amusement park suddenly stopped near the top of its track, leaving riders stranded almost 100 feet in the air for hours. According to the reports, 8 people were riding the Iron Shark roller coaster at Galveston Island Historic Pleasure Pier on Thursday when the attraction malfunctioned during its steep climb. The ride reportedly came to a stop near the top of the structure, leaving passengers facing upward and unable to move. Local news footage showed emergency crews arriving at the scene as they worked to safely rescue everyone on board. Firefighters responded shortly after the ride became stuck and spent several hours bringing the riders down one by one using specialized equipment. The rescue operation lasted until after 9 p.m. when the final passenger was safely returned to the ground. Thankfully, officials said no serious injuries were reported. However, some of the riders were evacuated for dehydration after spending hours trapped in the Texas heat. All of the passengers were reportedly college students. Officials say the exact cause of the malfunction remains under investigation. Representatives for the amusement pier stated that the coaster is designed to stop if it detects a problem and that a full inspection will take place before the ride is allowed to operate again. Well, I would hope so. Ain't no way I'm getting up there. That is crazy. Now, I like Daredevil stuff, but I am getting a little older and I don't really do all that Daredevil stuff as much as I used to. Would I've gotten on this? Probably not. But I've been on a ride that kind of like leaves you up. Well, it doesn't leave you up, but you're like, your feet are dangling and like the roller coaster is like upside down, like you have something over top of your head and you're hanging on like this, but you're strapped in and your feet are dangling. I've been in that and then being topsy turvied all around the tracks, stuff like that. I think that might be the wildest thing I've ever done. But to go straight up and then to get stuck up there, nope, nope. Let's see what's next, shall we? Khloe Kardashian says she gave Tristan Thompson an ultimatum to get a vasectomy amid him allegedly fathering a child during the relationship. No more kids unless they come from Khloe's embryos. Why does she like him? Because he is a joke. Listen to him. Listen how he talk.
May have had a little ultimatum from me.
What? Getting neutered?
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta lay them nuts on the table.
What? Okay.
It's a podcast. You could say,
You could say whatever you want.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Shout out our sponsors. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you have to make the right exact. Sometimes we had a conversation.
Sometimes you have to get forced into the right decision.
Yeah. I've been a little hard-headed at times, more times than not.
Yeah.
Which I wish I wasn't as stubborn. But, I guess I am an experienced learner. I learn from experience, not as much as like being told.
Mm-hmm.
Which is unfortunate, but it's part of life. It's part of the journey.
My God.
So it is what it is. But yeah.
So, no more kids for you.
No more kids unless it's coming from Khloe's embryos. Yes.
God.
How about them?
You did save sperm in case you wanted to do that.
So hold on. What do we have right now?
We saved sperm because I said, what if you get married and your wife doesn't have kids and you want to do that? So we did that because you could also reverse it, but
no, I'm not laying down on that table again.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. You were like up and walking.
Yeah, it was 15 minutes. It's quick. I tell guys it's very quick. I remember going home and watching.
I wasn't there. I just meant the next day. I remember you took True to lunch.
Yeah.
That's all. So like you were
a couple of days there. We all watched the NBA finals together.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It was Milwaukee versus Phoenix. Game 2. My buddy pounded here.
Okay. Do you want to have more kids in the future?
I think I signed off for 2 embryos, so I mean, if I do have more kids, it'd be coming from you. I already have enough baby moms. I don't want no more.
Yeah,
More
smart.
than enough.
And who helped you fix that decision? That was me.
Yeah.
Tristan may have had a little ultimatum from me.
What? Getting neutered?
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta lay them nuts on the table.
What? Okay.
I mean, it's a podcast. You could say,
You could say whatever you want.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Shout out our sponsors. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you have to make the right exact. Sometimes we had a conversation.
Sometimes you have to get forced into the right decision.
Yeah. I've been a little hard headed at times, more times than not.
Yeah.
Which I wish I wasn't as stubborn. But I guess I am an experienced learner. I learn from experience, not as much as like being told.
Mm-hmm.
Which is unfortunate, but it's part of life. It's part of the journey.
My God.
So it is what it is. But yeah.
Chloe is slow too, because yes, you see how he talks. Why would you even want to deal with anybody like that? You got to remember, his DNA is going into your children. It's going to be a part of your kids, the one that you set aside embryos for him to fertilize. I'm sorry. He is not. He made my IQ jump down a few points just by listening to him. He tries to come across like he's intelligent and being very articulate, and he's not. And Chloe, she's like, yes. And who gave you that? Who pushed you into that decision? Like, is that a flex, Chloe, that you got? Girl, no. Let's see what else we can dig up. Hello? This is crazy. Okay, ladies. Could you date a man if this is what his place looked like? Could you date a man that that's all he had? Where's the kitchen? Can he at least eat? Can he cook? Can he cook us something? I mean, does he rent a room? Is he renting a room? I don't know. I feel like he could put another mattress underneath that one, turn it around so I can watch TV and not have to be on my stomach to watch TV. I guess, or move the pillows on the other side of the mattress because it looks like the TV is behind me. Is that all we got? Is that room? I mean, is there another room where we can sit at a table and eat? Is there a kitchen? Is there a kitchenette? I mean, I don't have a problem if that's where he wants to stay, but he can't move in with me. He would have to go back to this place and stay. And that's what he wants. If that's all that's all he's aspired to. I don't have a problem. I'm not knocking nobody's living quarters. At least he can provide a roof over his head. Right? And we can date, we can go out, and then when I go home, you go home. Don't come back to my house. I don't have to go back to your house. Well, we can visit. You know what I mean? But not for anything long term. Until you know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if he is nice, loyal, drug free, alcohol free, man, he can have a beer every now and again. Not big butt with beer. And he lived like this in a modest room or place. Didn't have much furniture. I mean, you don't really require a lot. That's like being over in Thailand or being over in one of those South Asian countries because it's like a minimalist. Like you only need like a certain amount of things. You know what I mean? You don't need a whole lot of stuff to live. Where in America, we have all this stuff and you don't need it. That's how people become hoarders because you just hoard everything. Don't let nothing go. Just hoard, hoard, hoard. So no, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. Cause that's how, yeah. I mean, that's. I guess you would call that to be a minimalist, right? So yeah, no, I think that's good. That's good. Dog sitting in a parked truck shooting woman without a shotgun. Dog sitting in a parked truck shoots woman with a shotgun. How the dog shoot her? Somebody say, why the dog got to be black? And why does it have to be a black dog? I read this 3 times, and the second time I read it. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Okay, so it says the dog owner had briefly stepped into the store, leaving the dog in the back seat. While alone, the dog apparently shifted around and somehow managed to activate the firearm. It ultimately discharged and struck a woman waiting at a traffic stop with her arm hanging out of the window. The woman's injuries were not life-threatening, and she was transported to a hospital. That's crazy. That's just a fluke accident. Self-proclaimed Ghanaian prophet attempts to recreate Moses parting the Red Sea, but almost gets swept away in the current. Well, that's all I got today, y'all. Let me know what you think. Everyone be blessed. Peace.